All right, hello everybody, and welcome to this session Level Up, where today you're going to learn something pretty amazing. You will learn how to calculate the square of any number in less than 20 seconds. Some of you, if you've practiced this trick enough, you will be easily able to do it in under 5 seconds without ever touching a paper or a pen. Okay, but before we get started with that, just let me know if I'm audible and visible by giving me a quick thumbs up in the comments box there. All right, so we've got Divya here. Good evening, Divya. Good evening, Rashmi. Hi, Archit. Shivansh. Hey, yo. Archit. Hello. Mehek says hi. Hi, Mehek. Hi, Rashmi. Hi. Okay. Abhinaya has given us a thumbs up, which means yes, I am perfectly audible and visible. So I believe we're ready to kickstart this, right? I hope you guys are as excited for this session as I am because this is going to be awesome. All right, so let's begin. But first, I got to let you know that you have to join the Telegram channel so that you are able to receive all of these amazing updates, revision questions, the session updates, right? The annotated version of the handwriting notes that I give you, the homework questions and the quizzes. So make sure you'll find the link in the descriptions box. Join the Telegram channel. And if at all there are any students who have joined us in this first session, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Again, usual, you've got to receive all the notifications and updates on time. All right, so here we go. First thing that I would like you to do is to memorize all of these squares from 1 to 25. Now, I'm sure you guys are already familiar with some of the squares, like who doesn't know 1 square is equal to 1, 2 square is 4, 3 square is 9, 4 square is going to be what? 4 square, as we all know, is 4 multiplied with 4. This is 16. 5 square is going to be 25, 6 square 36, 7 square 49, 8 square 64, 9 square 81, 10 square 100, and then we've got this list. But then the important thing for this trick to work is this, okay? These three, 1 square, you're not going to write it like 1, okay? You will write it like 0, 1. 2 square, again, you will not write just a 4, you will write 0, 4, and 3 square, you will write 0, 9. All right, so make sure you take a quick mental snapshot. I'm going to give you 5 minutes of whatever squares you do not know. Make sure you write it down, because that's going to come pretty handy out there when we are calculating these squares, because the idea here is only using these squares from 1 to 25, we will be able to calculate the square of any number. All right, so like let's suppose these are some squares that you may not remember, so please make sure you are writing it down. Like 21 square is going to be 441, 22 square 484, 23 square 529, 24 square 576, and lastly 25 square is going to be 625, and 19 square, 18 square, 17 square, maybe this may also be some squares that some of us do not remember, so make sure you write it down. Okay, Deepmala, good afternoon. Lakshmi, good afternoon. Chaya, good evening. I'm sorry, good evening. It's a very nice evening today. All right, so shall we start now? I'm sure I don't have to give you the whole 5 minutes there. I'm sure you guys already know a few of these squares, so come on, let's begin with the technique. But first, I've got to simply make sure that you know this, so we have a poll question coming your way. So quickly tell me, the square of 17 is going to be which out of these 4 options? Is it 256, is it 279, or is it 289, or 329? Come on, go ahead and let me know that. I have got my first answer here. Prabhat says 289, Ami 289. Okay, so C 289, Mayank. Okay, I've got Lily here, Shivansh, Chaya, Prashansa. Okay, all of you are familiar. Yes, the correct answer is going to be option C, 289. Well done. Now here comes the technique. Please remember to give me your best possible concentration, because once you understand this technique, right, nothing is going to stop you. All you need is some practice with this, and you will be calculating squares, because this is going to come pretty handy when you're writing exams, because we all know calculators are not allowed, right? So this is going to save you a lot of time. All right, so first things first, I'm going to show you the method. All right, so for this, what you need to remember is that when I take the base as 100, I'm not going to tell you what a base is and all of that. We'll come to the details of it at the end. Right now, I just want you to understand that to calculate these squares from 75 square to 125 square, I will be using the base as 100, which means using 100, I will be able to calculate 108 square, 107 square, and so on and so forth. All right, so come on. How will I be able to write 108 using the base of 100? Well, easiest possible way is to write it like this, right? 108 can be written like 100 plus 8. Well done. Awesome. Now, first step is to take the square of this number. What is the square of 8? What is the square of 8? 64. So you write it here, 64. Okay. And what have you done here? You've added 8 to the base of this number, right? Add the same 8 to this number. So the left hand side is going to be 108 plus 8. How much is 108 plus 8? Well, this is 116. There you go. You have your answer. So 108 square is going to be 11664. If I put the comma at the right place, this is going to be 11,664. As simple as that. So you see, with enough practice, you will be able to calculate it in less than 5 seconds. I promise you that. So you see how quickly we've got the answer. Let's apply this similar technique now to 107 square. So 107 square, again, using the base of 100, I will be able to write it like 100 plus 7, right? That's the first easy step. What do I do now? I will take the square of this number. What is going to be the square of 7? Let me just write that down here as well. The 64, how do I get it? This is 8 square. And now I will take the 7 square and write it down here, 49. And now what am I going to do? I added 7 to the base of this number. I'm going to add the 7 to the same number here. So the next part is going to be 107 plus 7, which is going to be 114. As simple as that. So you see, you've got the answer now. So 107 square is going to be this answer here, 11449. And if I keep the comma at the right place, this is going to be 11,449. Okay, so there you go. You're getting the answer in two parts. Very, very simple, is it not? Right? So have we understood the method? The method is fairly simple. Yeah, good. All of you are giving me the correct answers there. But the important thing to remember here is that have we understood the method? Yes. Let's go ahead and check that out on other questions as well. 104 square. How are we supposed to do this now? Again, it falls in this range of 75 square to 125 square, right? So 104 square, I will write it like 100 plus 4. And what's the first step? I'm going to take the square of this number here. Square of 4 is going to be 16. And I will add this 4 to 104. Very good. So 104 plus 4 is going to be 108. And there you go. This is going to be the answer. 104 square is 10816, which is 10,816. Yes, so already Prabhat has given the answer to the next one. Similarly with Vipul, Tanushka, Divya, Prashansa, all of you, well done. Now, let's apply this method and figure out 109 square. I know you guys have already given the answer, but my focus is on the method. Okay, so I will write 109 as 100 plus 9. The first step is I will take the square of 9. The square of 9 is going to be 81. All right, and now I'm going to add this 9 to 109, and that's it. 109 plus 9, I will get 118, and this is going to be my answer. That's it. 109 square is 11881. Again, 11,881. That's it. So we've taken 4 examples to make sure you guys understand the technique. Okay, but then you always need to remember from all the examples that we've taken, the number that you're getting on the right hand side here, this is the part that I'm talking about. The number on the right hand side always has to be a 2-digit number for this technique to work. And therefore, we come up with 2 special cases. Okay, let's go ahead and check out the first special case. The first special case is this. This is the reason why I told you that 1 square, you will write it like 01. 2 square, you will write it like 04, and 3 square, you will write it like 09. Okay, after that, the technique is pretty much the same thing. 101 square, how do you do this? Well, this is going to be 100 plus 1. So what do we do first step? First step is to take the square of this number. It's just that 1 square, we will write it like 0, 1 instead of just writing a 1. So this part is going to be 0, 1, and we repeat the same process. We add 1 to this number here. 101 plus 1 is going to be 102, and there you go. We've figured out the correct answer here. So 101 square is going to be this answer here. 102, 102, 01, which is going to be 10,201. Awesome. Now, we've got Aditi here, Devi, Muskan, Shivansh, Divya, Charvi, Lakshmi, Tanushka, Rajesh, Army. All of you have pretty much figured out the other numbers as well. So I got to keep pace with you now. So let me up my pace here. So 102 can be written like what? 100 plus 2, right? 2 square, I'm going to write it like 04, and I'm going to add this 2 to 102. So 102 plus 2 is going to be 104, and there you go. I have my answer in 2 parts. So 102 square is going to be 10404. Putting the comma here, this is going to be 10,404. Well done, guys. All of you have the correct answer. Good job. Now let's apply this to 103 square. Same thing. This is going to be 100 plus 3. First step, we figure out the square of this number 3, and we write it like 09, and then we add the 3 to 103. So 103 plus 3, we get 106, and we have the right answer. So 103 square is going to be 10609, which is 10,609. Very, very good. Good job. So I hope all of you have understood this method. So this is case 1. Case 1, fairly simple. 1 square, 2 square, 3 square. You're going to write it like 01, 04, and 09. Now comes the second case. Please make sure you concentrate now. All right? Because some of us may get confused here as to what we need to do with the carry, because as I said, the right hand side, you only have to keep 2 digits there. Okay, let's take this nice and easy. Just give me your best concentration, and you will learn the technique when we go through these 3 examples. So 113, how am I going to write it? 100 plus 13. Now what is 13 square? 13 square is a 3-digit number, right? 13 square we know is 169. So I'll write it here, no issues. I will write 13 square 169, and I'll pretty much repeat the process. I will add 13 to this number. 113 plus 13, I get 126. But this is where we need to do a little bit of modification, because as I said, on the right hand side, you only have to keep the 2 digits, right? So what will happen is that this number will be carried forward to the other, and you will add it. That's all. So 126 plus this, you get 127, and this is going to be the answer. So 113 square is going to be 12769. So 12,769. So you just got to remember that if you are getting a 3-digit number on the right hand side, the 100 digit, the digit at the 100th place will be carried to or added to the number that you're getting on the left hand side. That's it. 2 special cases. First was what? In case you have 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, you're going to write it like 01, 04, 09. And this was the second case, where in case the number is a 3-digit square, this is the modification that you need to make. Very good. You already have figured out the answers to the others. Okay, let me just do it now. So this is going to be what? 100 plus 18. And we all know what 18 square is. 18 square is how much? 324. I'm going to write that down here. So 324, and I'm going to add 18 to this number like we have been doing so far. So this will be 118 plus 18. How much is this going to give you? This is going to give you 136. Now what do I need to do? I will keep these 2 digits, and this will be added to the number that we're getting on the left hand side. And 136 plus 3, this is going to be 139, and this is 24 as it is. So the correct answer, 118 square, is going to be 13924, which is 13,924. Well done. You have already figured out the answer to 121 square. I'm really happy that you've understood the method for it. So this is going to be how much? I will write it like 100 plus 21. The first step is I will be calculating 21 square, and we know what 21 square is, right? This is going to be 441. So I write that here, 441. And then I repeat the process. 121 plus 121. This goes here. 121 plus 21. How much do I get? This is going to be 142. I'm going to keep these two digits and this number will be added to the number on the left hand side. 142 plus 4, I get 146, and the other is going to be 41, and I am writing that answer here. So 121 square is going to be 14641. So 14,641. Okay, so have we understood the method? Have you understood the method? But then you must have noticed that in all the questions, all the squares that we've taken were more than 100, right? Now, as I said, there will be some squares which will be less than 100 as well. Let's go ahead and check them out, and that'll be completion of the technique. That's all. So the next thing is going to be less than the base. So far, as I said, all the numbers that we've checked out were more than base. Base was what? 100. Now we will check out what needs to be that little modification when the numbers are less than the base. So same rule, okay? Technique is still the same. No fancy modifications, yeah? So 96 using 100. How am I? Very good. Shivansh has already written that here. So this is going to be what? 100 minus 4. Using the base 100, 96 will be 100 minus 4. First step is the same, guys. You will take the square of 4. The square of 4 is how much? 16. Very good. Now remember, in the earlier squares, we were adding on the right hand side, right? But here, what are we doing? We are subtracting. So we're going to repeat the same thing, okay? So we're going to subtract now. 96 minus 4. You add on the right hand side, you add on the left hand side. If you subtract on the left hand side, you subtract on the right hand side as well. So now this becomes 96 minus 4. How much is that? 92. And there you go. You have the correct answer. 9,216. So 96 square here is going to be 9216. That's it. So we've understood that little modification that we need to make. Yes? All right, so let's move on to the next question now. I'm sure you guys will tell me the correct answer for this. So 92 square, 92 using the base of 100. How am I going to write that down? So this is going to be what? 100 minus 8. 100 minus 8 is how I get 92. First step remains the same. I will take the square of this. The square of 8 is going to be 64, and since I subtracted 8 from the base of 92, I am going to subtract 8 from 92 again, and this side is going to be 92 minus 8, which is going to be how much? Well, that's going to be 84. So 92 square, as you can see, is 8464. So 8,464. Well done. Okay, so you guys are getting this through now, and let's go ahead and crack up the last one now. So 91 square, same method. This is going to be 100 minus 9. First step, we will figure out the square of 9, and that's going to be 81. And as we subtracted on the right hand side, we're going to subtract on the left hand side as well. So this is going to be 91 minus 9, giving me 82. Well done. 8,281. Archit, Swati, Aditi. Comments are going faster here. We've got Ami again, Tanishka. Well done, guys. You have the correct answer. So I just hope you've understood the technique. Yeah. So 91 square, as you have also calculated, is 8,281. Awesome. So we've understood both the cases, right? More than the base, what do we do? Less than the base, what do we do? Right? So come on, let's move on now and check out some special cases like we did. Same thing, nothing too fancy here. 99 is going to be what? 100 minus 1. It's just that we need to remember one square has to be written as 0, 1. So this is going to be 0, 1 here. Same rule applies. Subtract on the right, so subtract on the left. 99 minus 1, this is going to be 98. So 99 square, as we have calculated, is 9,801. Very good. Lily, Army, Devi, Divya, Lakshmi, Mridul, Shivansh. Well done. Well done, all of you. Apologies if I'm not able to read out all the names, okay, because pretty much all of you are getting this one correct, and I'm really happy for that. Okay, moving on to the next one here. 98 square. How do we write this? 100 minus 2. So first step, fairly simple. Take the square of 2. This is going to be 4. 2 square will be written like 0, 4. And then we subtract 2 from 98 here. So 98 minus 2 is going to be 96, and this is going to be the answer, 9604. So 98 square, as you know, is 9604. Like yes, Tanushka has it, Hia has it, Activity Valley, you've got Lily Vipul has given the correct answer. Well done. Okay, so 97 square. Again, how am I going to write this as? 100 minus 3. Same technique. Take the square of 309. Subtract 3 from 97. 97 minus 3 is how much? 94. So 97 square is 9409. I'm sure you guys have got a pretty good practice, and I want you to repeat this out after the session ends as well. Okay, because if we were to do it comprehensively, we may have a continuation of this session later on, where I will be showing you that this method works for any square, any number. All right, method will stay the same. Okay, so this is good. Now comes the last case. Same thing, you guys know what to do with the carry. The 100 digit on the right hand side will be added to the number that you get on the left hand side. So this is going to be what? 100 minus 14 is what 86 is. So first step, we take the square of 14. How much is that? 196. I'm writing these down here. 14 square is 196. And then I do the same thing here. From 86, I will subtract 14. And how much do I get when I do this? 86 minus 14 is going to be 72. Okay. Don't make the mistake of taking the whole thing. You have to remember that on the right hand side, you will only take the last two digits, and this digit at the hundreds place will be added to the number on the left. So 72 plus 1 is going to be 73. Remember, carry is always added. Okay, it doesn't matter what you're doing. Subtraction, addition, carried is always added. So this is going to be 86 square is 7396. I hope you guys are getting similar answers there. Thank you for the confirmation. Moving on to 82 square now. 82, how much is that? 100 minus 18, I believe. Yes, so how much is 18 square? 18 square is going to be 324. I'll write that down, of course. So 324, and I'm going to subtract 18 from 82. And what do I get? 82 minus 18 is going to be how much here? 82 minus 20 is 62. So this is going to be 64, right? Yes, 64, 74. Yes, I believe I'm correct. I'm going to keep these two digits. Yeah. And 3 will be added to 64. And what I get is 67. Thank you for the confirmation again. So the answer is going to be 6724. This is what our 82 square is going to look like. And finally, we have one last thing left out. Come on, go ahead, calculate this out. So 77 square. How are we going to write it using the base? 100 minus 23. So yes, we can take the base as 50 in other questions. I'm going to come to that. I am going to come to that. That's next thing that is happening. Firstly, I wanted to explain you the technique using 100 as a base, because it's very easy to understand when you take the base as 100. And after we've practiced these many questions, you will be able to see how easy it becomes when the base changes. Okay, so 23 square. How much is this? 529. Right? So I write that here, 529. And then I do the same thing. You've understood that part by now. 77 minus 23. This is going to be how much? 54. Okay. I will keep 29, and this 5 will be added to the number on the left. And 54 plus 5. How much is that? 59. So this is going to be 59. This is 29 here. And that's it. 77 square is 5929. 5929. Well done. Okay. I'm going to catch a breath. Cool. So we've all understood the method, I'm sure, right? Okay, moving on. I've got one question for you. Come on, go ahead and figure out the square of 79 now. Answer is going to be one out of these four options. Come on, go ahead and figure out the square of 79. You guys know what to do now. You've learned the method, so you shall be able to figure out the answer pretty fast. 79 square. Okay. Shreyansh says option D, 6241. We've got Prabhat, Archit. Okay, the names are flying away now. I may not be able to read all of those through. We've got Punit. Okay, Army, Divya. Okay, all of you are pretty much saying D is the correct answer. Okay, let's reveal the correct answer. There you go. 6241 is indeed the correct choice. So we've understood it, right? Okay, now comes the important bit. Okay, because we checked out all of these, right? We checked out all of these 75 square to 125 square using base of 100. All right. But what you need to remember is that there will be a little modification that needs to be done when the base changes. Okay. So that's the reason why you've got to remember this idea of multiplier. And figuring out the multiplier, it's very simple. Multiplier is going to be base value divided by 100. Like when the base is 50, what is the multiplier going to be? 50 divided by 100. And that's how you get it as 1 by 2. I will tell you in a bit as to what you do with the multiplier. Just hang on in understanding what the multiplier is first. Okay. And then multiplier for 100 is going to be what? 100 divided by 100, which is 1. Right. Multiplier for 150, when the base is 150, that's going to be what? 150 divided by 100. On simplification, you will get this as 3 by 2. If you want to write it in the form of a decimal, that's going to be 1.5. All right. So remember that when the base changes, multiplier comes into the picture, and multiplier is applicable on the left hand side. That's it. Okay. Remember, multiplier is applicable to the left hand side. The calculations on the right hand side are not going to change. They are going to remain the same. Let me just explain you that with the help of an example. Let's suppose I'm taking 58 square. Okay. Now, all these squares from 25 square to 75 square, we are going to use the base as 50, right? So please make sure you understand this. Okay. Once you understand this, you've understood the whole technique. You've mastered the technique, in fact. Right? So 58 square. How am I going to write this down? 50 plus 8. Right? The first step remains the same. The first step is you figure out the square of this number 8. And as you know, 8 square is 64. You will write that on the right hand side. So we figured out the right hand side. Now, what do we do on the left hand side? What have we been doing so far? Well, we've gone ahead and added this 8 to 58. Why are we adding? Because we're adding on the right hand side. So we add on the left hand side as well. So this is going to be 58 plus 8. And how much is 58 plus 8? That's going to be 66. Okay. Now stop. The answer is not going to be this 6664. What you need to do is, because we've taken the base as 50, this number you need to multiply it with the multiplier. I am sure you guys remember what the multiplier for 50 was. The multiplier was how much? Half, right? The multiplier was 1 by 2. So now you will multiply this by 1 by 2, and what you get is 33, and now you have the correct answer. Okay? 3364 is going to be the square of 58. So have you understood what modification you need to make? Right? So all you need to do, and we have been doing that for 100 as well. Okay? It's just that we were multiplying it with 1, because the multiplier for 100 is 1. Have you understood it? Come on, let's solve one more and I'm sure you will understand it. So this will be how much? 50 plus 4. The first step, take the square of 4. That's going to be 16. Fairly simple. Now we add 4 to 54. 54 plus 4, this is going to be 58. But this is not going to be the answer, because we still have to multiply this number with the multiplier for the base 50, and that is half. So half of 58, that's going to be 29. So there you go. This is going to be the answer. 54 square is going to be 2916. Well done. Muskan, Tanishka, Divya, Aditi, Army, Lily. Well done. You guys, Vipul here, Devi, Rashmi, Shamna, Saurabh. Well, I'm glad you guys liked it, and I just want you to apply this when you are calculating math problems as well. Okay, so come on, let's move on and check out a few more examples, right? For the base of 50, let's go ahead and check out 43 square. Okay, come on, let's do this together. 43 square, first step is 50 minus 7 is 43 square. Right? Very good. 50 minus 7 is 43 is what I mean. Now you take the square of 7. What is the square of 7? 7 square is 49. I write it down here. Fairly simple step. Now I have subtracted on the right hand side, so I'm going to subtract on the left hand side as well. So 43, I will subtract 7. So 43 minus 7. How much is this going to be? 43 minus 7, I believe, is going to be 36, right? So this is going to be 36. But then the last modification I need to do is what? Very good. You have the correct answer there. 36 will need to be multiplied with the multiplier for the base. Multiplier is going to be how much? Base divided by 100, which is half. I repeat that again. So now half, when you multiply it with 36, that's going to give you 18. And there you go. You figured out the answer. So 43 square is going to be 1849. Okay, AVI Gamer, I believe you've given the answer to 48 square. Okay, so shall we go ahead and check out what 48 square is? Yes, Army, very good. The first step is always the easiest one. So 48, we're going to write it like 50 minus 2, but you've got to remember, again, 2 square, you will write it like 0, 4, not just a 4. Right? So 2 square is 0, 4. I write that down here. And since I've subtracted on the right hand side, I'm going to subtract the same thing on the left hand side as well. This is going to be 48 minus 2, and that is 46. Last thing to be done is multiply this with the multiplier for the base 50, and that's going to be how much? 23, and that's it. The answer to 48 square is going to be 2304. Very good. So we have it there, right? So shall we move forward now? I'm sure you guys have understood what to do when bases keep changing. Okay, one last 2 examples and that's it. The session is going to be understood by all of you. Come on, let's again do this together here. So this is going to be what? 50 minus 13. First step is what? Come on, tell me first step is what? First step is to figure out 13 square, which we know it's going to be 169. So I write 169 here. All right, and next step, as we've been doing, from 37 I will subtract 13. Okay, what do I get when I subtract 13 from 37? I believe I get 24. Here is the step to focus. Okay, now first what you are going to do is multiply this with the multiplier. Okay, you're going to multiply this number immediately after the subtraction or addition is done. You will multiply it with the multiplier, then you get 12. And then you will add the carry. You remember this, right? Carry is still to be added. So that's how you get 12 plus 113. So you get this answer as 1369. Aditi must have, incorrectly typed it out. I'm sure you guys have figured it out, right? So come on, the last step is going to be 34. Let's try to do this one together. 34 is going to be what? 50 minus 16. So first step is how much? To take the square of 16, which is going to be 16 square, 256, right? So let's write down 256, and now we subtract 34 minus 16. How much is that? 24 minus 6, that's going to be 18. But then again, I multiply it with the multiplier. I get 9, and to this 9, this carry gets added. So this is 1156. That's all. All right. So I hope these calculations are going to save you some time in the exams or your calculations. But I must tell you that the technique that we have derived is simply based on the formula of a plus b whole square and a minus b whole square. That's it. We haven't done anything fancy. It's just that we've observed some patterns and then generalized those patterns into a method. All right, I haven't taken any big numbers today. Maybe we'll do a second part series where we also teach you how to multiply 2 numbers, using the base, like let's say 113 with 97. How do you do this multiplication faster? We will come up with a session for that as well. But that's it for this session. All right, so now comes your homework time. I'm sure you guys will be able to figure this one out pretty fast here. So homework is you have to figure out the square of 112. So 112 square is what you have to figure out. So I'm sure you guys will figure out the correct answer for this. So go ahead, type your answers out there in the comments box, and I'm going to move forward now because I'm sure this should be pretty mental now without even using a paper and a pen, right? Yes, guys, you know this. We've got you covered. We come up with sessions like these, which I'm sure are going to be very helpful for you in your exams, in learning math. So that's about it. And this summer, I'm sure you guys have been seeing these sessions on our channels, right? The science project, the level up series. This was part of the level up series here. You've got Explorers Club coming in, where we try to teach you concepts in a fun way. And it becomes easy for you to visualize these things and understand these concepts in a better way. So make sure you utilize these mini series, which are part of the channel. Okay, you guys are already throwing the answers for this. Good job. You see how fast the method works. I understand that. And Achievers batch, you know this, right? Early entry to class 9, boards 2023. The target year for your exams, of course, is going to be in 45 days. We're going to master these chapters. All right, so this is for class 10. Class 9, there will be some different sort of chapters, of course, for math and science. And lastly, I've got to let you know the Telegram channel, of course, because the channel is different, and things like passing you the session notes or conducting quizzes or throwing homework questions, session updates, of course, we can give that out on our YouTube channel as well. But the session notes, quizzes, revision questions will make it a lot easier for us if we are able to do that on the Telegram channel. And that's the reason why we're asking you to join this channel, because engagement becomes a lot more easier with you. All right. And make sure you utilize the link that you'll find to the free trial class, because sometimes, there's nothing to be afraid of if you feel you are a little weak with math, because more often than not, what you may need is a mentor who can, give you the confidence and let you know that, go ahead, come on, enjoy your time with math. In case you fall, I'm here to catch you. Right? So make sure you utilize this free trial class. It's free. You've got nothing to lose any which ways. And the last thing before I end, in case you've liked it, hit the like button. And if you feel this technique is going to be really useful, which I'm sure it is going to be, share it with your friends. And new subscribers, make sure, new viewers, please make sure you hit that subscribe button, of course, to receive the notifications on time. That's about it. Until the next time we're meeting, please make sure you practice this technique, because you're going to get a perfect hold of it only after you've practiced it. All right. So that's it from my side. Until the next time we're meeting, remember to take care of yourself. Keep practicing. Thank you for your time. You've been amazing. Bye-bye.